Hello, third grade students. Today I'm going to show you how to work on the vase with 15 sunflowers by Vincent van Gogh. I'm going to guide you through the process. The image is gonna be imitating this composition. Okay, for the sunflowers, we're going to start by drawing two curvy lines in the center. Big curvy lines. I'm drawing this with a brown color pencil. You can also draw it with a pencil. These two curvy lines, and complete them with another line, another curvy line on the base. This is gonna be the base for my sunflowers. Behind this object, that is the base, I am going to draw an horizontal line. This horizontal line goes behind the base as it represents the table. Now, for the sunflowers, I'm gonna start drawing different circles, not too big, not too small, possibly the size of a 5 pesos coin. I can draw 4, 5, or 6 circles for the sunflowers. After I draw these circles, I am going to draw curvy lines. I'm going to use curvy lines for the other parts of the flower, like this. One curvy line and another curvy line to close it. Now, in my case, as I already drew this base, I am going to place this part of the flower behind the base. But if you were using a pencil, you can draw this line and later erase the line of the base. I continue drawing the other flowers the same way. I can draw this in different ways. There are different ways to draw a flower. This is another way, which also uses curvy lines, but differently. There is another way by using smaller figures and then drawing others behind the ones that I already drew. This is another way to draw the sunflowers. You can choose between these 3 ways of drawing your sunflowers. Of course, you can look at the original painting, the one by Van Gogh, and decide on which way you want to represent your sunflowers. Or you can copy them. If you want them to look more like the ones on the painting, you can copy the shapes that you see on the painting. But if you don't copy the flowers exactly like on the painting, it's also okay. Okay, now that I drew the petals, it's time to draw the stems of my flower and the leaves. To draw the stems, I use straight lines, 2 lines for each of the flowers. Some of the stems are going to be behind the flowers, so behind some of the flowers that I have. For the base, I can draw another curvy line to close the base, maybe here, so this one fits here. Here is another stem. Okay, I can also complete my composition by drawing some leaves, and for the leaves I can also use curvy lines in the same way that I did it with the flowers. 2 curvy lines opposing to one another. there is not a specific place where the leaves should be. You decide where you place the leaves for your flowers, the same way you decide where you place the flowers on your composition. Feel free to create your own composition. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look exactly like the one by Vincent van Gogh. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is to color the background. The background is gonna be colored at first. We're going to use the same palette as Vincent van Gogh by using yellow, a bright yellow like this, and orange. We're also perhaps going to use some brown. Okay, for the background, I'm gonna start coloring using the border of my color pencil. I'm gonna complete the whole background, being very careful while I am coloring behind the flowers. The table with orange and brown, the same way as I did it with the walls, but here I am going to use two colors. Look how I am using a first layer with orange, and then over the orange color I am going to use brown. Okay? Okay, so this is the first stage of my process, the first advances that I am going to deliver in Notion of my Sunflowers by Vincent van Gogh. I am going to deliver this because the next session we're going to dedicate it to color the flowers, each of them. So please don't skip steps. Wait so you can follow the steps with me from your house, and wait for the next session to complete the rest of the flowers. I hope you enjoy working on this exercise, and I'll see you next week to complete our composition. Thank you. Bye bye.